and another one. Yeah, yeah, and another one. Another recipe coming to y'all straight from who? No other than Whip It Like Butter. Okay, so today we're gonna make monkey bread, all right? And you know we gotta top that thing with something, right? So we're gonna put a nice little caramel on top of this monkey bread, okay? And it's gonna be nice, sweet, soft, pillowy, made from biscuits. So you know we gotta keep it simple. And y'all know what I'm about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna show y'all how it's done. Let's go. All right, 2 cans of biscuits, light brown sugar, granulated sugar, cinnamon, unsalted butter, and you're also going to need a Ziploc bag. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and open our Ziploc bag, and we're gonna add our granulated sugar in here, and we're also going to add our cinnamon, and then we're gonna go ahead and give this a nice little mix right here in this bag. Nice and easy peasy. So just seal your bag, and you just shake it all around until it's blended, and then we're going to go ahead and set that to the side. You're going to need a bump pan to create the nice pretty ring that this recipe makes. So if you don't have one, you can check out the link in my description for my Amazon store, and you can find a bump pan there in my store. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open our can of biscuits, peel it back old school style. We're going to go ahead and hit it on the cutting board. All right, you see it's all popped open, so we're going to go ahead and take our biscuits out and place them on our cutting board, because we're going to get ready to cut them, y'all. It's a nice, I guess you call them little triangles. Yeah, little triangles. Okay, so you just go ahead and cut 1 and 2, just like that. Cut them into 4s. You can cut them smaller, but like they're funner at this size, okay? And it's easier. Just cut them into 4s. All right, and we're sending them to the side as we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and add them to our cinnamon and sugar mix. So I added about 4 at a time. You can see like I'm putting them in the bag, and I'm making sure that they're not like super next to each other, right? And just, you know, tap the bottom of the bag or however you want to do it to make sure that each biscuit piece is well coated. Now I don't recommend putting, you see it's nice and coated. Okay, and then just go ahead and set it in your butt pan. And of course, as you add them, you want to make it nice and even. So as you're putting your biscuit pieces into your Ziploc bag, I wouldn't recommend adding any more than 4 or 5 at a time, just so your biscuits aren't sticking together while you're putting them in the bag. Okay, here are our biscuits here. They're ready to go, but we gotta make our caramel sauce first. So we have our butter here. We're gonna go ahead and cut it and put it in our little dish right here, our measuring cup for this purpose. Okay, so our butter is all nice and melted. So then we're gonna start adding our brown sugar to create our caramel sauce. So you just wanna add and stir. Now, I'm gonna show you as I stirred that my brown sugar was like not so smooth, right? So what I did is, okay, so I heated the butter for 45 seconds to start with. Then since it was like not smooth, I went ahead and put it back in there for another 30 seconds. And then in the end, it needed another 15. So about 45 more seconds. Just, you know, you want to be careful because you don't want to burn your butter. So just do it a little bit at a time until it's nice and smooth, because it should be thick, like, and caramelized like this. It should be brown. Like, it shouldn't be a separation between the butter and the brown sugar like it was before we had everything going. All right, so then you want to go ahead and drizzle it over your bread, and we're going to bake in the oven for 30 minutes on 350 degrees or until it's golden brown. All right, and that's our bread out of the oven. So we're going to let it sit on the counter for about 5 minutes, yes, before we invert it. So our 5 minutes has passed, so we went ahead and did the thing. All right, flipped it on over, and y'all, it's going to be, ooh, yes, wait till y'all see this. Bam! Ain't that beautiful? And it was so delicious. Y'all stay tuned. We're getting ready to do the taste test. Okay, y'all. So we have our monkey bread here. Yeah, I still got it on the little cooling rack. So I left it on here just because it's just easier, so I can show you all how we're gonna heat this thing. So we're gonna simply just take a piece right there. Look there, y'all. Pull it apart. Uh-oh. Try to get away from me. So let me tilt it a little bit so y'all can just see from where I pulled it apart. Yeah, it's hard to see, but you just pull it apart and take your piece. And if you're serving it with several guests, of course they can take their pieces, they can place it on their plate. Very good. Of course, with the topping on there, very good. Nice and soft. Not too sweet, right? We have the cinnamon and sugar on the biscuits in the glaze, but it's still not overly sweet, y'all. I think y'all gonna really good too. Hold on. Okay, I always say this, but I always try to bring y'all the best. I think y'all are gonna really like this. So go ahead and get the recipe out of the description box. Like, share, don't be stingy. Make sure you share. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.